بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم.
شروع اللہ کے نام سے جو رحمان و رحیم ہے.
اقرأ بسم ربک الذی خلق.
پڑھو اے نبی اپنے رب کے نام کے ساتھ جس نے پیدا کیا.
خلق الانسان من علق.
جمے ہوئے خون کے ایک لوتھڑے سے انسان کی تخلیق کی.
اقرأ وربک الاکرم.
پڑھو اور تمہارا رب بڑا کریم ہے.
الذی علم بالقلم.
جس نے قلم کے ذریعے سے علم سکھایا.
علم الانسان ما لم يعلم.
انسان کو وہ علم دیا جسے وہ نہ جانتا تھا.
Assalamu alaikum student. We take a start with the name of Allah who is most beneficent and merciful. This is class 7 and the period is English language teaching. Dear student, as you know that we have completed our first semester midterm content. In today's video, we will take review of our all topics of our middle English school grammar and composition, tenses and channel. Along with, we will discuss about how you will end your copy, how you will maintain your content, how you will maintain your index, and the portion of middle school English grammar and composition, in tenses and in channel portion, and how you will maintain your index. Before going to start of our lecture, I want to again tell you that must complete your work and submit your copies at admin block for checking, because when you will come back to the school, the exams will be held after arrival of student. So be prepared for your exams, and I want to request to all of parents, kindly help your child for the preparation of their exams. Let's start our today's lecture, which is review lecture. In this, we have studied about grammar. What is grammar? Grammar is the study of rules to make or to form any language. We have studied in unit number 2 noun case, and the chapter 3 was nominative and objective case. What is nominative case? Nominative or naming case. Whenever our noun works as a subject in the sentence, it is called to be nominative or naming or subjective case. By putting who and what, we can easily find out our nominative case. We know that for living person, we will use who, or for non-living thing, we will use what. See your exercise of this chapter. Find out nominative case by putting who. Who lost her ring? Laila lost her ring. It means that Laila is our subjective, nominative or naming case. Same like this, the other point of your exercise is what did fall into the ditch, and the subjective or nominative or naming case is the Tanga fell into the ditch. This is our nominative case. Objective case. What is objective or accusative case? If noun or pronoun works as an object in the sentence, it is called objective or accusative case. By putting whom for living noun or pronoun, or by putting what for non-living noun or pronoun, we can easily find out our objective or accusative case. But must remember, we will put whom and what before the verb and its subject. Like our sentence is, it is your exercise sentence, she was playing with the children. We will pick out the objective case. How? We know that here children are living or living nouns. That's why we will put whom. Whom was she playing? By putting whom, we can easily find out our objective case. She was playing with the children. It means that the children is objective or accusative case. Same like this, the other point of your exercise is mosquitoes cause malaria. we want to find out objective or accusative case, we will put what before the verb and its subject. How? What do mosquitoes cause? We can easily find out our objective case, malaria. Mosquitoes cause malaria. This is our possessive, nominative and objective case. Now come to the chapter number 4, which is possessive case. Possessive case shows possession, and possessive case talk about noun or pronoun. In some cases, we have two types of cases in this possessive case, for living and for non-living. What we will do for living object or living things or living noun? Simple, we will write possessor first and then place apostrophe and s and then shows possession. Like it is the exercise of your book. The children found a bird's nest. You can see that bird is our possessor, apostrophe s it shows possession, and nest it's. So the example is to find out the possessive case. It is your possessive case. The sentence was, the children found a bird's nest. In this sentence, possessive case shows the possession. This is the example of living. But for non-living object, what will we do? We will write the possession first, like leg, then we will write of, and then we will write possessor, like table. For non-living, we can't write that tables, leg. This is wrong way. So you have seen that we have two type of cases in possessive case. The first one is for living object or noun or pronoun, how we will use it, and the second case is for non-living object, for non-living noun, or for non-living pronoun. And the other thing is possessive case also talk about noun or pronoun. How? The sentence of your exercise is in which you will find the possessive case. Rashid's word heard the shrinks. You can see that in this sentence, possessive case talk about Rashid. It means that Rashid's words heard the shrinks. It tells us that possessive case, we use possessive case in two ways, to show possession and to talk about noun. This is our chapter number 4. Now come to the unit number 3, pronoun. We know that the word which takes the place of noun, it is called pronoun. In this chapter, we have studied its some kinds, like interrogative pronoun, demonstrative and indefinite pronoun, reflexive and emphatic pronoun. What is interrogative pronoun? We use interrogative pronoun to make our question easy, to get curious about someone or something. We know that we have 5 types of interrogative pronoun, like who, what, which, whose, whom, and we have already used them to find out nominative, objective and possessive case. To find nominative case, we have to use who and what. To find objective case, we have to use whom and what, and to find out possessive case, we have to use whose and which. So interrogative pronouns are, we know that 5: who, whom, what, which and whose. We also know that we use who to living things, and what for non-living, and whom for living, which for both living and non-living, and whose for only living. If we will add ever with them, it will become whoever, whatever, whichever, whosever, and whomever. It is called compound interrogative pronoun, and we use compound interrogative pronoun for emphasis or to show surprise. What was the exercise of this chapter? You will fill the blanks with the help of interrogative pronoun, like dash of these ladies is your mother. So what we will put in this sentence, or to make complete sense, we will put which is our interrogative pronoun. Now come to the demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun used to point out some things, like this is white chalk, these are white chalks. So we can say that we have studied that this, these, that, and those are our demonstrative pronoun. You know that we use these and for singular and these for plural, and this and these for the thing which is near with us, and then we use those and that for thing which is not near or which far from us, and that used for singular and those used for plural. Now come to the indefinite pronoun. If we don't want to talk in a specific way, or we don't want to tell a specific name, or we don't want to tell about a specific person, place, so we used general way. So we can say that to talk in general way, we will use indefinite pronoun, like someone, some, one, any, anyone are our indefinite pronoun. Let's see its example. What will you do? We have studied that in this sentence we will pick the indefinite pronoun and we will tell its case and its number. The sentence is, many are called but few are chosen. In this sentence, many and few are our indefinite pronoun, because these word talks in general, not in a particular way. We know that many is plural and few is also plural. Many is here as using as nominative case, because we can easily find out by putting who are called. So many is nominative case, while few is also here nominative case. We can easily find out it by putting who are chosen. So this is our demonstrative and indefinite pronoun. Now come to the reflexive and emphatic pronoun. What is the reflexive pronoun? If our action turns back to the subject, it will call reflexive pronoun. While, and you must remember that reflexive pronoun will be the object of the verb, while emphatic pronoun used to show emphasis. How? I am taking example of your exercise. You will complete the sentence by putting reflexive pronoun or emphatic pronoun. The sentence is, she washes her cloth dash. Here I will use herself. Herself I am using for it reflexive pronoun, to show reflexive pronoun, because herself shows the action which is going back to the subject she, and we know that herself is the object of the verb washes. So she washes her clothes herself. In other sentence, if I say in this way, she herself washes her cloth, it means that I am doing emphasis. It means she herself, no other wash her cloth, she herself wash her cloth. It means that I am doing emphasis. So here in this sentence, herself is using as emphatic pronoun. This is our chapter number, end of the chapter number 3, pronoun. Now come to the chapter number 4, adjective. We know that all describing words are called adjective. In this chapter, in this chapter 11, we have studied its definition and its type. There are some types of adjective, like adjective of quality. It shows what kind of the noun or pronoun is. Is it tall? Is it short? Is it beautiful? Is it ugly? Is it clean? Is it dirty? It shows quality. That's why it is the adjective of quality. Adjective of quantity and adjective of number, in which we ask how much or how many, or we can say that in which we show how much or how many. We have two types of number, definite and indefinite, like 1, 2, 3, first, second, third are our definite number because it is giving some perfect quantity, while there are indefinite number like some, few, many, it's indefinite number. So if both of numbers are telling us, giving us the answer of how much or how many, so these are adjective of number. We have further studied its quality, like demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective shows point out something like this, those, that, such are our demonstrative adjective. This is duster, it is describing the noun, that's why this is here using as demonstrative adjective. The other adjective is interrogative adjective. There are two types of interrogative adjective, what and which. What kind of girl is? Which banana do you want? Which book do you want to read? So what and which are our demonstrative adjective. The other kinds is possessive adjective. There are two types of possessive adjective, my and your. This is my chalk. These are yours chalk. So my and your are possessive adjective. In this chapter, we have solved the exercise. The exercise was pick out the adjective and say why it is adjective. I am taking the example from your exercise. There is a sentence in which we have picked the adjective and we have discussed why it is adjective. The sentence is Lahore is a big city. We know that big is describing about the Lahore, that's why big is our adjective. Now come to the comparison of adjective. We can say that to find out superlative, here I have told you that comparison means to find out superlative and comparative degree. So we have already told you that we have three kinds of degree, we have three types of degree: positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Positive degree describes the quality of noun or pronoun, while comparative degree describes the higher quality, and we will use when we have two nouns or pronouns, or we are going to compare two nouns or pronouns. And superlative degree is the highest degree, and we will use when we want to compare more than two nouns. There were some rules to formation of comparative degree, comparative and superlative degree. With the help of positive degree, we will add if ER and EST, we can easily form our positive degree. We can easily form our comparative and superlative degree. Like positive degree is sweet. So by putting ER, we can make its comparative degree, it will become sweeter. And by putting EST, we can make superlative degree, it will become sweetest. If our positive degree end in E, we will add R to make comparative degree, and if our positive degree end in E, we will add ST to make superlative degree. How? Example is positive degree is brave. It's end in E. If I'll add R, it will become braver, and it is the comparative degree. And if I'll add ST, it will become bravest, and it is the superlative degree. The other rule was double the consonant and add ER and EST. ER and EST. How? If our positive degree proceed by short vowel sound like big, its end in consonant and its proceed by short vowel sound I. So what will we do? We will double the consonant like G, B, I, G, G, and then ER to make its comparative and EST to make superlative. It will become big, bigger, and biggest. The other rule was we will add more and most to make comparative and superlative degree. There are some cases like if our positive degree is more than 2 syllable, we have saw the example like beautiful. It has more than 2 syllable, beautiful. So we will add more to make its comparative, and we will add most to its make it superlative degree. If our positive degree end in ED, so what will we do? We will add more to make its positive comparative degree more tired, and we will add most to make its superlative degree most tired. Same like this, if our positive degree end in ING, so we will do same. To make comparative, we will add more, and to make superlative, we will add most. And same like this is our positive degree and in full, we will add more to make its comparative, and we will add most to its superlative. There are some rules. There is another rule from which we can't make our comparative and superlative by positive degree. It is the irregular way, like good, better. Good is our positive degree, better is our comparative degree, and best is our superlative degree. This is the comparison of degree. In this chapter, we have studied interchange of the adjective. It means that by changing the adjective, the sentence, the meaning of the sentence will remain changed. How? I am taking the example of your exercise. The sentence is, the United States is the largest democracy in the world. You can see that I am using largest, the superlative degree. Now what will I do? I will change the degree without changing the meaning of sentence. How? No other democracy is as large in the world is as large as US. So I have changed its degree. In first sentence we have used superlative degree. In second sentence we have used its positive degree, and in third sentence the US, United States, is the larger than any other democracy in the world. So you can see that by changing the degrees of adjective, the sentence meaning will be remain same. This is the exercise of your book of this chapter. So we have done all of sentences same like this. Now come to the unit number 27, which is composition. In this unit we have studied about essay, its kinds and its method, how we will write essay. We have also discussed that how we will write or how we can tell essay. So what was essay? I have already told you that it is the written way in which the writer shares some information or his opinion. There are some kinds of essay like reflective essay, in which these essay shows the thoughts usually of abstract nature like feeling, habits, quality, and we have discussed its example. The other kind was narrative essay. Narrative essay describes someone's personal experience we have discussed its kinds. Other was descriptive essay, in which it's described someone or something in that way the reader can easily form precise mental picture about the topic. We have already discussed imaginative essay, in which writer indulge imagination. In that way the reader easily can find or easily can catch its point. The other type was argumentative essay, in which we will give arguments of both sides, and we have told you that its example like uses and abuses of social media and uses and abuses of mobile phone was the example of argumentative essay. What was the method of writing essay? If we will follow some steps like introduction, in which we will give introduction about the topic, paragraph in which we will write detailed about the topic, evidence, it will based on the paragraph, or we will further discuss paragraph in this evidence, and then conclusion, in which we will conclude or in which we will give suggestion. So by following these steps we can easily write our essay. This is the end of essay writing. Now come to the story writing. I have already told you that what is a story. A story, narrative or tale is an account we told for information and we told for entertainment. We know that we have two types of stories: fictional, imaginary stories, non-fictional, untrue, or which is not, non-fictional is real or true stories. How we will tell stories or how we will write stories, we have already discussed in detail. There are some steps to write stories, like introduction, we will give the story name, like we have told the Foolish Donkey. The other part is characters on which story is based. The donkey and the sailor was our characters. Setting, in which we will tell where the story is taking place. It means that in setting we will tell location, like stream was our location. And the middle part, in which we will talk about the different action of different characters, and the other part was in which we will conclude or we will resolve the solution of our problem, or we will give the solution of our problem. And the third part was moral, in which we will take some lesson from the story, or we will give some lesson from the story. We have already told you that how we will write a story and how we can tell a story. This is end of the story writing. Now come to the tenses. So student, we have studied simple present tense, simple past tense and simple future tense. First of all, I will discuss you what is tense. Tense shows time. We have already discussed it. We have discussed it. There are three modes of time: present time, past time and future time. And we have discussed, we have divided it into four states: simple or indefinite, progressive or continuous, perfect continuous or perfect progressive. We have studied there are three types of sentence: affirmative, the simple or positive sentence; negative, in which we will deny something to someone or someone for something; and interrogative, in which we will ask question. The other kind we have studied is passive voice. We know that we use passive voice when we will write object first which is affected by the verb. And then we have discussed in detail about the forms of verb and how we will use verb. We have already discussed about subject, like third person singular, who is third person singular, and who is first person, second person and third person singular and plural. Now come to the simple present tense. It shows the action which is going on. We know that the identification of these sentences in Urdu is ta hai, ti hai and te hai. It means that if our sentence end in ta hai, ti hai, te hai, we will consider it is the sentence of simple present tense, and we will follow to change it into English. We will follow the rule of simple present tense. What is the rule of simple present tense? We have already discussed, in which our subject, if our subject will be third person singular, we know that he, she, it is, or any singular name is the third person singular subject. So what will we do? We will add s, es and ies in the first form of verb. When we will add s, if our verb end in vowel and consonant, so we will add s. Or if our verb end in e, like take, so what will we do? We will add s if our subject is third person singular. If our verb end in double s, ch, x, o, es, so we ch, s, o, double s, sh, we will add es in the last to form correct sentence if our subject is third person singular. And if our verb end in consonant and y, vowel, so what will we do? We will remove the y and add ies to make correct form, and then we will write object first. We know that doer of an action is object. We know that action words or times describing words are our verb, and we know that receiver of an action is object and doer of an action is our subject. So it is the structure of affirmative, and to change it into passive voice, what will we do? We will write object first. In this we will use is, am, are as our helping verb, and in our passive voice we will use third form of verb and then by and then subject. To make negative, we will use helping verb does when our subject is third person singular, and while we use does, we will not add s, es or ies with the first form of verb. To make negative, we will write not and then we will write object first, and to change it into passive voice, we will write object first, is, am, are used as helping verb, not third form of verb, then by and then subject. And to make interrogative, we will write helping verb does first and then subject, first form of verb object, in last we will put question mark. Is, am, are used, we will are using in passive voice, so we will write these helping verb first and then object, third form we will use, and then by subject, and in last we will put question mark. We are using third form in all tenses of our passive voice. Let's see the example. वो कहानी पढ़ता है, you know that is affirmative tense, so how you will change it into English? He reads, R-E-A-D, read, then we will add s. He reads stories. And to change it into passive voice, story is read by him. If I'll make it negative, वो कहानी नहीं पढ़ता, he does not read. Now I will not add s, and then he does not read the story. And to make it passive voice, the story is not read by him. Change it into interrogative. क्या वो कहानी पढ़ता है? Does he read the story? And to change it into passive voice, is the story read by him? And in last we will put question mark. Now come to the rest of the subject. Like first person singular I, first person plural we, second person singular plural you, and third person plural they, and more than two names. What will we do? Simple. We will write subject first, means doer of an action. First form of verb we will use action or timing words, and we will not add s, es, ies more, and then object. To make its passive voice, we will write object first, then we will write is, am, are as helping verb, third form of verb by and subject. To make its negative, we will write subject first. Now we will use do as our helping verb, then not for negative tense. To show negative tense, the first form of verb, and then object. And to make its passive voice, object will write first, then is, am, are will you used as helping verb, then not, third form of verb, and by, and then subject. To make its interrogative, we will write do first because we are using do as our helping verb, then subject, first form of verb, object and question mark, is, am, are as helping verb, object, third form of verb, by, subject and question mark. Take an example. वो कहानी पढ़ते हैं, they read the story. And to change it into passive voice, the story is read by them. To make it negative, they don't read the story. The story, if I take its plural, the stories are not read by them. The other interrogative, do they read the story? Is the story read by them? And then in last we will put question mark. This is our simple present tense. Now come to the simple past tense. Now come to the simple past tense. We know that these tense shows the action which has already happened or which has already completed. We know that if our sentence end in tha, thi, the, or alif, choti and bari will come in, and we will identify that it is the sentence of simple past tense. And we will follow to make or to change it into English, we will follow the structure of simple past tense. What is the structure of simple past tense? In this, we will write subject first. All types of subject, we will use second form of our verb and then object. To change it into passive voice, we will write object first and then we will use was and were as our helping verb, and then we will write third form of verb. We know that we will use third form of verb in our passive voice tenses, and then by, and then subject. Negative tense, subject. In this tense, as helping verb, we will use did, and whenever we will use did, we will follow the first form of verb. We will add not to show negative tense, first form of verb, and then object. To make its passive voice, was and were, not, third form of verb, by, and subject. We will write object first. To change it into interrogative, we will write did first. We know that it is the second form of do, so we are using here first form of verb. Now we will write did first, then subject, first form of verb, then object, and then we will put question mark to show it is interrogative sentence. And to make it passive voice, we will write its helping verb first, was and were. We know that object, then third form of verb, and then by, and then subject. And to show it is interrogative, we will put question mark in last. Let's see the example. वो फल खरीदते थे. You know that it's end in the. It means that it is the tense of simple past. So we will follow the structure of simple past to make. We know that it is affirmative or positive sentence. So we will follow to change it into English. We will follow the structure of affirmative simple past tense. We are using third person plural they, second form of verb. Here verb is kharidte, it means buy, and the second form is bought, and the third form is also bought. They bought fruits. And to change it passive voice, we will write object first, fruits. We will use helping verb were. Fruits were bought by them. To change it in interrogative, क्या वो फल खरीदते थे? So what will, to change it negative, वो फल नहीं खरीदते थे. So what will we do? They did not. Now come to the first form. They did not buy fruits. And to change it passive voice, fruits were not bought by them. To change it interrogative, did they buy because we are using did, so we will change first form. We will write first form, we will use first form. Did they buy fruits? And then we will put question mark because it is our interrogative sentence. And to change it into passive voice, were fruits bought by them? So this is simple past tense. Okay student, let's start our simple future tense. We have studied that these tense shows the action which has not happened yet or which will take place some point in future. If our sentence end in ga, gi, ge, we will consider it simple future tense and we will follow the structure to change it into English. What is the structure of simple future tense? Here we have used shall and will. We have told you that if you will follow traditional way of English, you will write you will use shall as helping verb with our subject I and we. Or if you are using modern way of English or you are making the sentence in the modern way or by following the modern way, you will write will as helping verb with all of the subject. I am using modern way, so I will write will with all of my subject. The structure is subject, then we will use helping verb will and then first form of verb and object. To change it into passive voice, we will write object first and then we will use will be as helping verb. We know that we use third form of verb and by and then subject. To change it into negative, we will write subject first and then used will as helping verb, that not first form of verb and object. And to change it into passive voice, we will write object first and will, then not and be, the third form of our verb and object. To change it interrogative, we will write will first and then subject. We will use first form of verb and object and by and putting question mark, and we will write to change it passive voice, we will write helping verb will first, then object, then be, then third form of verb, then by and then subject, and then we will put question mark in last to show it interrogative sentence. Now see the example. वो ड्रामा देखेगा, you can see that it's end in ga, so we can consider it the simple future tense. So we will follow the structure. He, then we will write helping verb will first. He will, then we will use verb and the first form of verb, and the verb is here dekhe. In English we will say it watch. He will watch drama. And to change it into passive voice, drama will be watched by him. Change it into negative. वो ड्रामा नहीं देखेगा. He will not watch drama. And to change it into passive voice, drama will not be watched by him. Now come to the interrogative. Will he watch drama? And then we will put question mark in last. Will drama be watched by him? And then we will put question mark in last. So class, this is our end of the tenses. How you will maintain your content of tenses portion. Wherever you have finished the work of tenses, on the very next page you will maintain your content in which you will mention simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense. We have done it already. Then you will put the head of first semester midterm has been closed, and then teacher's remarks, teacher's signature, stamp and date. In channel portion, wherever you have finished the work of your channel, on the very next page you will maintain its content. What will you do? You will write unit number 1, what's your name, its lesson number 1, 2 and 3 you will mention. Then unit number 2, housework, its lesson 1, 2, 3 you will mention. And then unit number 4, nearest and dearest, lesson number 1, 2, 3 you will mention on the content page. Then you will put the head of presentation, and then you will put the head of first semester midterm has been closed, teacher's remarks, teacher signature, stamp and date. Now come to the pattern of your paper. So student, now come to the paper pattern. Your paper will be consist of two parts, paper A and paper B, in which we have two sections. Section A, in which there will be question number 1, it will consist on MCQs, and question number 2, it will based on all exercises of Wren and Martin or all work of your grammar, in which we will include tenses, all chapters of your Wren and Martin. We will take exercises, we will take definitions, we can take essay, whatever we have done in this section. So we will take in question number 2, and question number 3, it is the section of it is section B, in which we will take question of listening, or it will consist of listening. The other part of your paper is paper B. It is oral conversation and presentation based paper, in which there will be question number 4. It has 4 parts, A, B, C, D in midterm paper. In A part we will take conversation, in B part we will take oral practice, and C part will based on interview based question, and D part will based on presentation. So student, this is end of our video class. We will meet inshallah in your regular classes now. Till then, but before going to winding up, I want to say must submit your copies at admin block for checking purpose. Must submit your copies for admin block for checking, and be prepared for your paper. And I will say to all parents, and I will request to all parents, please focus on the studies of your child, and must listen or must watch their preparation for their papers, because when they will join school, the paper will be conducted inshallah. Now come to the channel portion. Okay student, we have studied channel from elementary channel book, which is written by S.Q. Mitchell and J. Scott. In this portion, we have studied unit number 1, what's your name, in which we have studied lesson number 1, 2 and 3. Unit number 2, housework, in which we have studied lesson number 1, 2 and 3. And unit number 4, nearest and dearest, in which we have also studied lesson number 1 and lesson number 2 and lesson number 3. Further, we have studied presentation, and we knew about interview based type question, and we knew that what is this activity. So come to the unit number 1. What we have studied in this unit, this is what's your name. This is from page number 10. You know that this unit's conversation based on how to greet, how to introduce yourself, or how to give exchange personal information. So the function of this conversation was greeting, introducing oneself and others, exchanging basic information like phone number, age, name, address, etc., asking basic information about others, spelling games, and then checking information. This conversation based on the verb be. We know that is MR, was verb, been, was, is our verb be considered as verb be. We used affirmative means positive sentences, and we have used WH question. And then possessive adjective like my, yours, we have used in this conversation. And as vocabulary, we show relationship, we have shown noun, question word, adverb, other words, and so on. And after reading this conversation and after doing this conversation, we have solved this exercise in book. Let's see oral practice. We have done in this greet someone or greet our partner, and we have done listening in this chapter. The other lesson was the lesson number 2, in which the scenario of this presentation was two friends are watching football match and they were talking about with each other about the player which is notice cap, and then after doing this presentation we have to solve this exercise. The function of this conversation was exchanging basic personal information like age and nationality. We have used the structure in which we have used the verb be, we have used negative sentence and short yes no questions and short answer, and we have used WH question, and as vocabulary we have used countries, nationalities, noun, question words and other words. In this chapter we have solved the exercise of listening. After listening the transcript, we have solved the exercise which was Sally is talking about her husband. So Sally is talking to her husband about Maria and Bob. Listen and answer the question, right? Maria, Bob or both. We have already solved this exercise. We have done oral practice in which we choose the one person and then we have asked question to the other person about its basic information, and by asking question we got basic information like what's your name? My name is Sean Bob. How old are you? I am 25 years old. Same like this. We have done this exercise or we have done this oral practice. Now come to the lesson number 3, in which we have studied this paragraph and then we have solved this exercise, and in this chapter we have solved the exercise of listening by listening the transcript, in which two women are talking about man and his wife at a school reunion. Listen to the conversation and answer the questions, circle A or B. So we have already solved this. In other unit, housework, the lesson number 1, the conversation based on two friends, and they were talking about daily routine and they were talking about the nature of their jobs. So we have done this presentation and then we have solved this exercise in book. The function of this conversation was talking about routine, telling the time, talking about daily schedule, talking about permanent situation, and as a structure we have used present simple tense, affirmative and WH question. We have used preposition of time like at, on, in, until, from, to, and we have used WH question. As in vocabulary, we have used days or of week, preposition of time, different verbs like finish, get up, nouns like job, shop, question word and other words. In this lesson, we have studied oral practice, find out each other daily schedule, use the prompts in the box, in which this is pair activity in which one can ask other about daily routine by asking different questions like when do you get up, when do you start your work, when do you finish your work, when do you come back to your home, when do you relax, same like this. You can easily find out their daily routine, his or her daily routine. In lesson number 2, we have studied the paragraph and then found the answer, and in this lesson, in lesson number 3, we have solved the listening exercise in which 3 people are talking about their job. Listen and decide whether they are part-time or full-time jobs and match the people with the correct jobs. There are one extra job, you don't need to use it. So we have already solved this exercise by listening the transcript. Now come to the unit number 4, nearest and dearest. This conversation based on brother and sister. Brother wants to go far from his home and sister is convincing him, please don't go. So this conversation based on this topic. So after doing this conversation, we have solved this exercise in book, and then the function of expressing possession, and we have used structure, possessive case, possessive pronoun, the vocabulary we have used, in which we discussed personal item, family members name like brother, mom, sister, verbs, adjective, question words and other words. In this we have solved listening exercise, in which we have matched after listening script, we have matched the gifts with their correct names, and then we have done oral practice, in which we will ask questions about these things like wallet, watch, umbrella, car, mobile phone, bag. If someone have these things, we have put tick next to the thing. It shows that it has its possession, he has its possession or not. In lesson number 2, its conversation was between husband and wife. They were in restaurant and they were talking about the person who is actor. So the function of this conversation was asking about and describing people's physical appearance, and in this way someone identify the correct people. The structure we have used adjectives and the articles a and the, and as vocabulary we have used adjectives related to the physical appearance like beautiful, chubby, handsome, long, nice, short, and noun like actor, girl, man, and other words we have used in this conversation. Then in this lesson we have played the guessing game, in which the other partner thought someone and the other partner asked question and guessed correct personality or correct person. In lesson number 3 we have studied, we have read this paragraph, and then we have solved the exercise, and then we have solved the exercise of listening. After listening transcript we have solved the exercise. What we have done in this, 2 people are talking at a party, listen at the 4 women, blow and decide that their relationship to Malcolm is right wife, sister or cousin. There is one extra picture which do not need to use. So we, after listening, we have filled it at the bottom of the picture. The first one was her sister, the second one was her cousin, and the third one was his wife. So student, this is end of our channel portion. This is end of our unit number 4. The other we have topic was, we have studied, it was presentation, in which we have told you that how you will deliver presentation in your class or during your paper, or how you will do presentation in general. So first of all you will give your introduction, like I am whatever your name is you can take, and then I studied in class 7 or whatever you do, so you can tell there, and then you will talk about and you will give the introduction of your presentation topic, and you will talk about whatever you want to talk about your presentation, or what you want to tell about your presentation. So in last you will say it is the end of my presentation, and after that you will say thank you. And we have already told you that about interview based activity, it will include in your paper. What was the activity? This is student and teacher activity, in which teacher asks some question to the student, and the student whatever want to tell to her teacher, so he or she can. So student, this is end of the portion of Wren and Martin, portion of tenses, and the portion of channel. Now how we will close middle school English grammar and composition portion, how we will close tenses portion, or how we will close channel portion, we will see now. But before this I want to tell you that I have already told you In my first video, before starting your work, you will mention first term, first semester, mid-term has been started, and then week number 1, and date wise you will mention all of your work. You will must put week number also. Week number 1, where week number 2 will start, you will must mention week number 2, and date wise you will maintain your index page. I have already told you that in my first video. Now come to the content. Wherever your middle school English grammar and composition work or Ryan and Martin work will be ended, you will make content page like this. How? I am describing it on the board. Now student, come to the content. First of all, you will put the head of middle school English grammar and composition, and then you will put the head of content. Then you will mention, we have studied unit number 2 noun case, it's chapter 3 and 4 nominative and objective case and possessive case. You will mention for that unit number 3 pronouns, and it's chapter 8, 9, 10, which is interrogative pronouns, demonstrative and indefinite pronoun, reflexive and emphatic pronoun. And then unit number 4 adjective, we have studied chapter number 11 and 12 definition and types, comparison of adjective. And unit number 27 composition, chapter number 58 essay writing, chapter number 59 story writing. Then you will write first semester midterm has been closed. Then you will put the head of teacher's remarks, teacher's signature, first semester midterm has been closed, teacher's remarks, teacher's signature, stamp and date. This is content of middle school English grammar and composition. You will make this wherever you have finished the work of middle school English grammar and composition next to the page. Till then, Allah Hafiz.